Hey cousins, it's your girl Akila and my co-host Eb.
Gang.
And we're here with the late night tea and we're your underground queens. And we're here with a real cool topic, and I think it's something that everybody wants to talk about, and it's not talked about enough, or if it is talked about, it can be a touchy subject, and it's something that Ed wants to talk about, so let's let her bring it up.
So, we're going to talk about how hard it is to make friendships as an adult. I find that shit so difficult, and it's like, don't get me wrong. I definitely understand that people have lives of their own. They got to live. They got shit going on. You feel me? I get that, because I also got shit going on. My issue is, if I say we friends and you agree and we don't talk, or every time I have to basically hunt your ass down to make plans and you stand me up, that is an ass whooping worth fighting for.
So, do you think that some people don't value friendship, or do you think that some people treat friendships like relationships and it scares other people away?
I'd say the first one you said. Forgive me, I'm high. I'd say the first one you said, simply because think about people who really actually do be friends for real, and you hear about, oh, this person got exposed, and all of a sudden that female's exposing your dirty drawers and stuff like that. And in the back of my, that's just an example, but in the back of my mind, I be sitting here thinking, you've been holding that shit in your phone for a minute.
Or even, I've seen some girls who don't have the pictures, but they'll go back and take the pictures, and I'll be like, that's weird, because it's like, even if that is like how you feel about it, why are you wanting to be friends with somebody dirty in the first place? Like,
or comfortable enough to, because I don't.
Why are you touching dirty drawers, bitch?
Because I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Them motherfuckers was not just lying around. You went looking for that motherfucker.
So I know with me personally, like, I love my friends. Like, I've never had an issue making friends. I've never even really had an issue keeping friends. It's more so there's always been a middle point where either
it's one-sided
or it's like people kind of like, they be acting like they be in love with me to the point where it don't feel like a friendship. It feels like a relationship.
Like if they don't love you, if you don't love them the same way they love,
it's like there's no boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like when you do try to put the boundaries down, or if I go, like, for instance, like I could go make another friend or whatever, then it becomes like a competition that should never even exist, because I'm allowed to love all my friends and love them differently. Like, I love you. Like, I have the same amount of love for each friend, but I love y'all differently. Yeah. And then it's like, then like you said, there are friends who will like ghost you or whatever. But then it's like, there's friends who's low maintenance too, where like, oh, that friend, she ain't ghosting me. She just don't feel, like it be so, I feel like being a friend is so like, it's a weird dynamic. Like, it's just
this
like,
is not what I grew up off of. This is weird.
Yeah, like being an adult friend is so strange. Like with me and you, our friendship is so dope to me, because it's like we talk every day, but it don't have to be like a lengthy talk. Like when we would stay away or whatever, even if we didn't talk for days, we still like
to check up on each other.
Yeah.
See how you doing. Video chat. Let me see your face, see if you're alive real quick.
But then we did have there was a point in times where we didn't talk for weeks too. Yeah. Like, so how do you think we was able to manage the weeks that we didn't talk, or the times where one of us was in relationships and we was talking to our partners more than we was talking to the friends? How do you think that we managed our friendship? Because some friendships can't survive shit like that. So what do you think?
Honestly speaking, and it's because how I view you. You are important to me. And it's different than family. You were important to me. So it's like, I don't know. At some point in my mind, all I kept thinking was, when you have free time, when you're not tired, hit your sister up. At least say hi or something. You feel me? I said, granted, most of the time, because girl, working at the post office, that shit is draining. But most of the time, that was like one reminder. If I missed it 1 week, I'd try it again the next week. So I was like, and then on top of that, it didn't help that my phone used to be off too, so.
I
It
know
was
that
difficult. I ain't gonna hold you. It was really difficult.
I think that for me, with our friendship was always easy. It's like such an easygoing friendship. I think the hard part for our friendship is always the outside sources, like always having to
Yeah.
over explain our friendship, like the niggas. It be the niggas, like. Or even like our family members where they be like, oh, y'all too close, or what the fuck, why y'all, like.
Bro, I remember at one point they all used to call us fucking lesbians. I mean, we are lesbians, but not for each other.
Yeah, like, it's like, I feel like being an adult, people are not used to seeing consistency or seeing friends really try hard.
Yep.
Like, I know with me, like, I lost a lot of friends, like, podcast, like, just putting y'all in the know. I lost both of my parents November 19th, 2022. And it was my mom and my stepdad, like, and that year I lost my granny, I had lost my uncle, I had lost a close cousin. Like, I was losing people back to back, but the biggest blow was losing my parents. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, losing my parents, losing everybody else really didn't. I ain't like rest in peace to everybody else, but when I lost my mama,
Yeah.
I lost my fucking mind. Like, I
Rest in
didn't.
peace, Angel.
Yeah, rest in peace to my mommy. Like, when I lost my mom, like, I can't even explain that feeling. Like, the first person I called was my best. I called Ebony, and when I say, like, I don't remember what happened when I called her, but being able, like, hey, y'all, look.
Nigga had to go home from work that day. I said, nope, I can't do it. I gotta go.
But I didn't call my brother. I didn't call nobody else. Like, I called my best friend, and it was just like, I called my other friends before, during, and after the process, and it was just like, I remember losing friends during that point in time because I was telling them, like, hey, I need somebody to talk to. Hey, I need a shoulder to cry on. Hey, can you come sit with me for 10 minutes? And wasn't nobody fucking with me, y'all. And it was just like, I remember being told I was needy for needing a friend. And then here goes, like, having that one friend who's states away picking up the phone and saying, hey, you ain't even got to talk. You could cry if you need to cry. You could do what you need to do.
I'll be there.
But, like, then you got some friends that I had to learn you can't really penalize them for not being available because sometimes they're just not that type of friend. Like, some people are not raised on the foundation of friendship. Like, I've been around people who's had, like, parents who will be like, fuck you need a friend for? I'm your fucking friend. Your siblings is your fucking friend. Mm-hmm. Or even not even having that type of foundation, not even having a parents at all, and it's just them growing up in the household alone. Like how I grew up, there was a point in time where I didn't have mama in the house or have a kid, and it was just me, and it was just like, fuck a friend. Like, a friend put me in a bad situation, a friend got me groomed, a friend got me kicked the fuck out, friends that got me jumped, friends that got me friends that got me fucked up. Like, so it's just like, I feel like when you become an adult and you see that what friends done put you through in middle school and, high school, or see how friends done put their fucking hands on you or stole from you or treated your siblings wrong or disrespected your parents or disrespect they fucking parents, you become an adult and you realize, like, you can't justify shitty behavior with an adult. Damn near. So it's kind of like, are people bad friends as an adult, or are people simply bad adults and it's not worth being a friend? You feel me? Like,
good question. Shit.
Because that's when discernment come in. Like, that's what makes me think about a lot of things. Because it's like, sometimes I really do be wanting to make good, like, be friends with people. Then it's just like, I get that feeling in my stomach, like, nah, you really don't want to be friends with that bitch. You feel me? Like that bitch might get you, like, you never know. And it's just like,
weird situation.
And then some people really might be good friends, just not a good friend for you. And then you have to be okay with that. And that shit might suck, because it's like, damn, bitch, I really want to be your motherfucking friend. And you see them be the best of friend to somebody else, and it might fuck with you. But then it's just like, everything ain't for everybody. Just like everybody might not be for you. Like, and it's just like, I've had so many friends that I've done. I'm gonna keep it real. I probably was the worst of friend to somebody and been the best of friend to somebody else. Like, and remember when I came and met you, I was friends with somebody else, and I don't talk to that girl to this very day, and she didn't do shit wrong to me. Right. And she probably wondered to this day, like, damn, what did I do where that bitch get this version of her, and I didn't even know that this bitch had a personality. Because remember, Eb, I was mean as fuck to you. Like, no, I don't want to be your motherfucking friend.
Yeah, you the funniest motherfucker I know on this earth.
And it's just like being, like I said, like we said at the beginning, being a friend is so complex. Like, it's so many ins and outs to it. Like, being a friend is damn near harder than being a lover, and I think that's why it's so easy for people to be in relationships than for them to be a fucking friend. Because being in a relationship, you really don't gotta do shit but be intimate and be in a label. You don't even
communicate. That's about it.
Yeah, you don't even really have to do that shit. You just have to lay in the bed and fuck a little bit.
Like, who making breakfast? Who making dinner?
You ain't even got to come with no money, damn near. So
most of these shit is set up shit. Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. Like, me personally, I'm gonna always be a friendship girly over anything. Like, I've always said that I did better in friendships than relationships, but that's because friendships have saved me from so much shit than a relationship. Like, relationships have always put me in a weird position, but I've also seen people where friendships have gotten people killed, and friendships have gotten people raped and robbed, and friendships have caused people relationships with their parents and shit like that. So it's just like, once again, do people be bad friends, or are they bad people who don't deserve friendships? Like,
we're gonna go with the second option on that one, the way that description went.
Look, I didn't even think of that way until we got to talking about it out loud, because I was like,
I like that. The way you tied this shit together, because I was like, it really do make you sit and think. You also got to go based off their, judge them based off their characteristics as well. Shit.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, really, like, some people really do be bad, like, they characteristic flaws. It do be like character flaws, like, and you can't blame it on a zodiac sign. You can't blame it on their parents or who they used to date. Sometimes it's just like, damn, motherfucker, you really do. You just a shitty person.
You should have been swallowed.
Swallowed hard.
Shoot.
Yeah, and it's just like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like you find your way towards the people you need to be around. Yeah. And it's just like, there's no such thing as a bad friend if you're not a bad friend.
It makes me remember what my grandpa used to tell me. He said friendships and relationships are like trees. They eventually branch off in different directions. And I was like, that stuck with me for a minute. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, Papa was a P. Hey.
Bro. Like, you think I don't be listening? I be listening.
And speaking of listening, we gonna take that as our way to end it and wrap this day up. And thank y'all for listening. If y'all didn't take nothing out of tonight, be a good person and be a great friend, y'all. Because just because you run into a bad friend doesn't mean you have to be a bad friend. Like,
yes, hell yes.
And if this world don't need nothing, we need great friends. Like, great friends really make the world go around and make the coochie go woo woo. Do you hear me? And thank y'all for joining me and Eb tonight
Good night.
And we love y'all. Good night, cousins.